Hey everyone, this is Kenny or Kent or whatever you want to call me, and you're listening to The Other Show.
I'm starting to feel like this show is unofficially sponsored by Wedgies because I'm slightly obsessed with that place. And I feel like I bring it up.
Are we a salad podcast now?
You make friends with salad, okay?
We've moved on from cats to salad. I mean,
natural progression right there.
My question is at this point, when are we going to get our own Hulu show?
We just have to start drama.
The desperate lives of Mormon dad lives.
The desperate lives of salad guys?
Ooh, that's even better.
Can we be salad bros? Mm-hmm.
We could be, because these salads are amazing.
Or how about this? Let us be friends.
Oh.
Well, Kent and I went to Wedgies again, and I've been there like every week since.
Yeah, no, I was actually a little upset because we went together. Was that your second time or was that your first?
That was my fourth.
When we went together?
Oh no, that was my first time. Like I
wanted to be there for that.
Like, with you, yeah.
Okay, take it easy. But we went there, and then I was like, yeah, that was great. We should go again. Spencer goes every subsequent week after that. And
Yeah,
so
we've
talked about this place a few times on the show, and that's why we're saying unofficial sponsor of the show, because Spencer can't help himself rather than spread the good word of salad. But so I got to go again, thankfully. And it was kind of cool because the guy who runs the place was actually there to meet us and tell us a little bit about the history.
So the history, we found out why they're in Clinton, first and foremost. Like, it's the only location at this time, so that's why we need to like pump this place up so we can get some like in the Drapers and the Farmingtons and like
No. South Jordan.
Yeah, South Jordan would be a great place. But he owns the Fizz right next door, and they had this space that they were going to do something else with, and they decided, you know what, we've had this idea for like this not health food or like healthy food, because it's still like ranch dressing, right? But
yeah,
something a little bit better for you than burgers and fries that still tastes freaking bomb, that you can go through a drive-through and get, right?
Yeah.
You know, and you don't feel
there's a
guilty eating it.
drive-through?
Yes.
Wow, drive-through salads?
Yeah, and that's the thing.
That should be the selling point.
Exactly. Exactly.
Oh gosh. Don't bring up my allergies.
No, here's the thing. The menu, it's kind of, we had to pick his brain about the menu, right? Because there are the wedge salads, but there's also breakfast items on the menu. And because I was like eating a full salad and hummus and everything, I'm like, I'm trying to watch my weight. And then we also had a protein style, like an eggy waffle breakfast sandwich.
Yeah.
And so it's low calorie, but I was like,
protein.
Yeah. And I'm like, this is perfect. Although maybe not one sitting, because I was like, I'm overdoing it. And I'm also going to get a banana cream shake.
Yeah,
so it's funny because
delicious.
You do have your healthy stuff there, but he kind of told us, he's like, I'm just making this place I'm making the food for me, right? This is like an alternative of what you generally don't see with fast casual places. And I'm all about it. Because banana cream shakes,
now,
mercy.
One thing we need to do, Kent, is we need to get out of sync because we've ordered the same salad when we've gone together both times.
Oh, because yeah, it's true.
Because I copy you, right?
Yeah.
The first time we got the avocado jalapeno chicken one.
Yeah.
And this time we got the Greek goodness salad. Well, partly in honor of Josh because he didn't want to join us because he's afraid of eggs.
It wasn't because I didn't want to join you. The problem is that it's very hard for me to make it all the way up to Clinton from West Jordan.
No, you are scared of eggs, and you need to overcome this here because the Greek goodness salad was so.
It's not that
good.
I'm afraid of eggs. It's I'm allergic to eggs.
You know what,
and
Josh?
I do not want to
difference.
use Wedgie's bathroom 5 minutes after eating.
They have eggs, and there's deer walking around the building at all times.
Mm-hmm.
You're really trying to sell this, aren't you?
No, actually, we really do need to get you there because, just for the fun to get together. It's been a minute since the three of us have all got together for some food.
Yeah.
So
But sometimes we need to remember that we're actually friends.
Yeah.
I mean, we don't leave anybody behind. Well, at least longer than two and a half years. But
that's actually something I am extremely worried about because I went to a concert last night on an anniversary, and I don't know if that's cursed. So I'm just grateful that you let me back on the show after going to a concert.
No, it's not okay. It's not okay. And hold on. It would be okay. Hold on. Is this a current band? Because if it is, you're fine. But if it's an older band, you're out.
I mean, the lead singer is in his 50s.
Yeah, no, that's still like when were their hits? That will help.
The early 2000s.
Yeah, you're out.
Like I went to it was the 20th anniversary. The band I went to was Bowling for Soup.
Mm-hmm.
So first off,
Oh.
crazy that Jarrett Reddick is in his 50s, right?
Yeah, right.
Did you
Right.
did you take your kids and have them babysit them for you?
No. No, I went with Dave Kelly and Brian Booth, and oh my gosh. I went to my first concert last year, and I was like, this is okay. Like, I
Wait.
enjoyed seeing Thrice.
I
That was your-
forgot.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
This was my second concert ever, and oh my gosh, I've caught the vision. This was so much fun.
Spencer, how old are you? I mean,
I'm
feel free-
35.
35. You're mid-30s. And
Yeah.
this is your second. You're like live music
Yeah.
guys. Have you heard? It's
Oh my
pretty
gosh,
cool.
this is so cool. So here's the thing. First off, it was a band that I listened to in high school and could sing along all the songs with.
Yeah.
And it was the 20th anniversary of the Hangover You Don't Deserve album, which was like a seminal album. I owned this CD in high school. It was one of the few CDs I bought with my own money, one of the first ones too. So like, I'm all in on seeing this band. On top of that, the 2 opening acts were like bangers from start to finish. The first one was a band called Makeover. They were I was pretty non-committal about them at first,
Yeah.
being Utah and all, but once we got into it, like they rocked. Like they brought awesome energy. It was a punk rock band trio,
Okay.
and they had the crowd going. And then the second warm-up act, this was the band that kind of put me over the edge. Like when I saw Bowling for Soup was coming, and it was an album that I knew and sang along with frequently, I was like, I might be interested. But then I saw that the band Adam and the Metal Hawks was opening. This is a band I've followed on Instagram for quite some time. They were freaking legit, dude.
Now, to
Like-
explain a little context of this band, like I do believe it's a social media, and maybe that's just how bands get big now, but these guys kind of hit big. I think even if you don't know the band name, you've probably seen the video because they're directly tied to Jack Black.
Yeah.
Josh, I don't know if you've seen these videos, but basically there's this singer he's got some pipes,
Mm-hmm.
and
Oh my gosh,
he can
some
do an
phenomenal
incredible version. And honestly, I haven't heard the original stuff. I'm going to now. But he can do a spot-on impression of Jack Black, probably with a little bit more energy, to be quite honest,
Yeah.
which sounds
Well, I mean,
weird.
Jack Black is also in his 50s.
Yeah. But
Wow.
yeah, these guys are awesome. At least the videos I've seen. Have not heard their original music yet.
Here's the thing, though. Like, so the cool thing about this band is I met up with Dave and Brian before the concert to get a bite to eat.
Mhm.
Wedgies.
No, unfortunately, we were at the Gateway because the concert was at the Depot.
Oh, do they have
So we're
food at
walking-
Gateway? Hall
Yeah.
Pass?
Yeah, we went to Hall Pass.
Okay. Anything good?
Yeah, actually, I got some hot chicken tendies
Okay.
and mac and cheese. Tasted great.
I think I'm just really hungry.
I think you are. But
Yeah.
I was walking around the food hall right before, the Hall Pass or whatever,
Right.
and sitting like right in front of me is Adam and the freaking Metal Hawks. So like,
Did you fangirl?
I legit did fangirl because I turned the corner and I see them sitting at this table and I'm like, holy crap, you're Adam and you're the Metal Hawks. And he's like, yeah. I was like, I'm here to see you. Like, yes, I was there for Bowling for Soup, but they were the tipping point for me to go.
Yeah.
So like, I lost all train of thought. I was like, just picture awkwardly.
Did you just say, you just said picture?
Yeah, I said picture.
Oh, you're like an awkward high school boy asking someone on a date.
Right.
Number?
And I only knew them from social media, like their reels. And you're
Yeah.
right. They got famous. It was about like 2020, 2022.
Right.
Between that time frame of just trying to get Jack Blacks to do a duo with them.
Mhm.
So that I didn't know what to expect when I went to see them live. And they way better live than on their reels. It's a different show, but they're like an 80s hair metal band type presence. They did a lot of covers, so you could sing along
Sure.
with them.
Yeah.
Like they sang Time Warp as one of their songs and just freaking crushed it. They did their own rendition of Radioactive by Imagine Dragons.
Which is funny because I think that was the same night that Imagine Dragons were playing.
it was the night after.
Okay.
But honestly, I preferred their version more than Imagine Dragons version.
Well, yeah. I mean,
Because it had
easily.
like that hair metal taste to it, you know? And just, it was so much fun. They brought the energy right before Bowling for Soup came on. Bowling for Soup, phenomenal performance. Brought me right back to high school. You can hear it kind of in my voice tonight. Like,
Yeah, you were screaming.
I wasn't just screaming, I was singing along with everything. But by far and away, like, I'm hyping this whole concert. I would definitely go see Adam and the Metal Hawks again live if I got the chance,
Yeah.
just to see them. But the best part, holy crap, the best part of the concert,
Okay.
9:30, when mine and Dave's watches at the same time told us it was time for bed.
Oh. Hold on. Spencer's favorite food is salad, and he goes to bed at 9:30. Everybody,
35 going on 70.
hey, you know it's been 20 years since pulling for soup have been a thing when your bedtime is 9:30.
Are you sure that it brought you back to high school?
Yeah.
And not like midlife crisis.
I think it brought him to the point where it's like, you should have a high schooler at this point, sir.
I mean, I should have a high schooler at this point, but yeah, by far and away, the best part of the night was my watch buzzed and I saw Dave's buzz at the same exact time. And I looked down and we both had the notification because we have, Apple Watches. And we both had the same notification saying, reminder, time to prepare for bed at 9:30. Like, we busted up. That was the best part.
Just so good.
I joke about that. I have that same notification for 9:30.
Wait, do you guys go to bed at 9:30?
No,
That's when you start winding down.
It takes me about an hour to get ready. Like, I won't lie. Even tonight, I was like, I'm really excited to record with you guys. But at the same time, I'm like, oh, I kind of
so
go to bed.
I want to talk about this. I've had a few conversations about this specific thing lately because I like to stay up at night. I'm a total night owl. My go-to is probably, no joke, 2 a.m. Okay. I know that sounds disgusting to a lot of people, but for others who like to stay up, not a big deal. Now, our lifestyles are currently very different, right? And I'm almost going to attribute it to this, but also it's just me. Like I because I talk to the people that go to bed early and they have a partner, someone that's like, hey, babe, it's time for bed. Like, what a good day. Everything's great. And let's just go settle in. Maybe we'll read a book before bed. But it's generally about 9:30 or 10.
No, so I'm going to debunk your entire thought process.
Okay, 9:30 alarm. Go for it.
You've seen this a couple times. It's not because I'm married that I'm in bed by 9:30. I remember distinctly being a senior in college and be like, you know what I'm most excited for when I graduate? Going to bed at a reasonable hour.
Okay. Why?
On top of that,
this doesn't surprise me though.
I like being well rested. Okay. And then the other thing is, you guys have seen this a couple times where Stephanie's like puttering around behind me at night while we record.
Yeah.
She is frequently up till 1 or 2 in the morning sewing.
Oh, so wait. Does she stay up way later than, like, you're like, I'm going to bed, babe. Oh, and then she's like, cool.
Yeah, absolutely. All the time. Especially when school's out, she will stay up and she will sew until like sometimes 2 in the morning. And the next morning she's exhausted and she's like, I stayed up way too late. And I was like, I went to bed at 9:30. So I read my book and then put my reading glasses to the side and took my Tums and fell asleep.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, you're so old. When she comes to bed, or at least when you go to bed, do you say, please get in bed gently so you don't wake me up?
No, I sleep with a Great Dane that kicks me in the balls during the night.
Okay.
I love it. Ken's like, I don't even know how to respond to that one.
I have a few jokes, but I'm just going to leave them there. Okay, Josh, what about you guys?
Boy.
Did you used to stay up late when you were single?
Yeah. And I'm kind of hit and miss. Sometimes it just depends on my mood. Sometimes when I'm editing the other show, I'll stay up pretty late. And I won't lie, because my ADHD, sometimes it's been all night.
Yeah.
But for the most part, I can generally sleep 4 hours and be okay, be functional.
Yeah, I'm about 5 hours.
Yeah, but at the same time, I also do love to sleep, especially this time of the year. I swear, like, my body just kind of naturally wants to hibernate.
Yeah.
I love sleeping in, but I can't sleep in past like 7:38 a.m.
Okay, that's not sleeping in.
So, but no, I do the reverse sleep in, right?
Okay.
So that's why I'll go to bed sometimes at 9:30, 9 o'clock. Oh gosh, this was maybe about a month ago where I went to bed, no joke, at 8, and I slept until about 7:30.
Unless you guys think I'm some kind of pansy, my alarm says to get ready for bed at 9:30. I normally don't fall asleep until about 10:30.
Okay, sure.
Maybe 11. Maybe 11 when it's late. Or if I'm reading a really good book, I'll go to bed at midnight.
Ooh, take it easy, you rebel.
See, Marianne, though, is the night owl in the relationship. And I don't know if I wonder if that's like a marriage or a relationship thing. If it's the yin and the yang, right?
Yeah.
Because Marianne will be up until like 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning, sometimes watching Golden Girls, or like the creepiest is she will fall asleep regularly with her stupid like mask thing, the red light therapy thing.
Yeah.
So I turn around in bed and it scares me half to death. That's the worst. You're like, I married this lovely lady.
I've always told myself when I get married again, if I get married again, I will go to bed at the same time as her every single night.
It doesn't
and
happen.
I'm like,
that's your problem.
No, because I want that to be a shared activity, if you will.
There's better shared activities to do in the.
But you think
it's
about
a Venn
it.
diagram. Your relationships
No.
are Venn diagrams, Kent. You need a morning person and a night person, and then the fun time in between.
The day? Anyways, so I have always thought that I will be compliant. Like, hey, if we're going to read a book in bed, or if we're going to watch a show in bed, or just go to bed at the same time, right? Talk about the kids or whatever. However, that's why me as a bachelor right now, I'm able to have that free time from, like, let's say I have my kids. When you put your kids to bed and then you go, best time of the day, right? When your kids go to bed, and then you're like, well, I'm going to stay up because now it's my time. Like, I don't care about mornings or seeing the sunrise. I like it when everyone else is asleep and I'm just awake at night. And I'm trying to like use up my time so that when I'm married or partnered up or whatever, I can then say, well, at least I got my time in. At least I played those video games till 2 a.m, right?
Well, you still can. My kids go to bed between 7:30 and 8.
Mm-hmm.
And then I might play some Baldur's Gate for a little bit, or I might go read for a little bit. And you can still have that. Like, but I think you just need to let go of this notion that you two are going to be sitting in bed with your milk toast next to you. And how was your day, dearest? It was lovely. I took the kids to school today. No. I think Josh and I are on to something. We need to start a matchmaking service that pairs up night people with morning people.
It's true.
Because the cushions are in the middle. I don't know. I'm still workshopping this.
You still got to workshop that for sure. So I need a morning person. If that's what you're saying.
Yeah, I think you need a morning person.
I will say though that does change a few things with coupling activities that make it difficult when you have that matchmaking, at least for me. And I'll let the imagination or Spencer share that. But
he's talking about making biscuits.
Like a kitten.
Or yes, or we're talking about Bluey. I don't know.
Whoa,
Anyway.
take it easy. I don't like the sound of that.
Do not drag Bluey into this.
Don't say Bluey in that context, please, ever.
Yeah, I'm like, that's a little too close to E.
Yeah. Okay, anyways, I'm curious, and maybe, if you're listening right now and you're like a night person, morning person, like, let us know. And I want to know why you stay up or why you like to get up in the morning.
Or are you just looking for the single ladies that are morning people now?
Well, yeah, apparently you're going to start an app.
Because what I want to know, Kent, and I'm going to push back on your feedback from the audience, is I want to know how many of our audience members in a relationship are paired up with somebody of the opposite.
Yeah, okay.
No,
I like that.
I'm not talking genders because I don't care. I'm talking something more important here. Are you a night person paired with a morning person? Or a morning person paired with a night person?
Wait, so you just want people to identify as morning or night? Okay.
Yeah, that makes things so much easier for tax reasons.
Daytime preference. Night. Yeah.
Speaking
Dusk.
of night people, Josh, you said you had this is my segue. It's Santa Claus night person.
Mm-hmm.
You said you had a Christmas story?
Wait, not
For Halloween.
Halloween? Wait, not Halloween? Because it's
No,
Halloween.
it's okay. Well, okay, it's not so much a Christmas story as it is this past week. I don't know how many of you have Amazon Prime, but it was like Amazon Prime Days or whatever it was called.
Yeah.
And we went a little wild
For people in their 40s.
Right. When was Amazon Prime Day? And whenever it was.
Wednesday, Thursday.
No. That's Amazon Prime Days with a plural.
Oh,
But Amazon Prime Day, I want to say it was back in June or so.
it's in June.
Yeah, we went a little wild there. And, being in our 40s and everything, we pretty much bought like all of the medication that you could because
Okay.
we had our healthcare benefits that we needed to use.
HSA.
And since I was changing jobs and that money would have been wasted, we went on a little shopping spree.
We're talking
Okay.
about salads and medications.
Yeah, and
HSAs. Oh.
And going to bed at 9:30. Okay, go on.
and tax purposes, morning or night person.
Hey, that's important.
Anyway, we spent way too much money back in June, and then this past week we're like, okay, we're gonna hold ourselves responsible. Let's pump the brakes a little bit, but at the same time, we also had combined our Amazon accounts, so I could see everything that she was buying, she could see everything I was buying, and she had put together a list for Christmas for me.
Oh no, you found the closet.
And yeah, I found the closet or the list.
Yeah.
I didn't realize this because I saw a deal for a cake carrier, and I'm like, oh, that's a good deal. I need a cake carrier because I've been getting into making cakes. I learned how to make her grandma's cake.
You're not helping our case about not being old.
I know.
I know I'm not. I just walked into that. I'm like, oh my gosh, should I just talk about how much I love eating prunes to keep me regular?
Yeah, truly.
Kids, when we say we're hip, we're talking about getting a new hip. To put on Josh's father-in-law's lawn.
Yeah. Oh, yes. But no. So anyway, as I'm not helping our cause here, I've been getting into making cakes because I learned how. Oh gosh.
He's a buttercream.
I've learned how to make Mary Ann's grandma's cakes. It's a special recipe.
No, it gets worse. It gets worse as you go on. Is this bundt cake? Is it pound cake?
No, it's basically
angel food cake.
It's a special way in making a Duncan Hines cake more dense and flavorful, right? It's all in how you mix it and bring in air into the batter.
Oh,
like
gosh.
I said, this is not helping the cause anyway. But anyway, I've been making a lot more cakes, and I've actually been pretty good at it. But taking them to family parties and everything have been hard because I've been putting on like a baking sheet, and I haven't really had anything to put it on. So I needed a cake carrier. So I bought one. Anyway, I bought it it was early in the morning. And so a couple hours later, when Mary Ann had gotten onto her Amazon and everything, she noticed that this item was not in her list of Christmas gifts for me. And she looked and she saw that I had bought it. And so she told me, "You just ruined Christmas." I'm like, how did I ruin Christmas? I'm like, it's usually Halloween that I ruin around here. So.
Yeah, honestly.
And she said that I had bought one of the bigger Christmas gifts that she was going to get me. And I'm like, oh, yeah. And I knew exactly what it was. I'm like,
yeah, of course.
I'm like, well, I needed it. There's birthday parties and everything before, Christmas.
Thanksgiving comes before Christmas.
Yeah. And you need somewhere to put
That's
pies.
a big cake season.
Yeah. But I'm like, I guess you can like wrap it still on Christmas Day and I could open it or whatever. But I'm like, how, I don't know. Has this happened to you with gifts or anything, especially now that you're combined? And I don't know how many people share Amazon Prime, accounts and everything, but I don't know.
I mean, this hasn't happened with me and Stephanie, but I used to do gift exchange with my old roommates when I lived in Sandy. And there was one year where my roommate bought me a jersey, which I then bought for myself, so he had to return it. And he bought me something else.
He bought you a jersey?
Yeah. Well, DH Gate. Cheap.
Oh, okay.
So he bought me something else, which I then accidentally bought for myself. So he gave me a gift card. He's like, he's one of those type people that like gift cards are of the devil. You never give a gift card.
I feel
and
like
he's like,
wow,
I
okay.
bought you two different gifts, but I'm out of ideas. Like I had two like brilliant gifts, and then I undercut them twice.
What about you, Kent?
Well, I think it's you know, you're asking the guy who just said I stay up late because I'm single, right? So no, it's never happened, but I do have a list for Marianne to replace the cake holder, right? I mean, like, for example, like, you know those little like grabber things to like, so you don't have to bend down. You can just like, it's like a little extension arm. She could get you one of those, right? Or
I have one.
Maybe some rubber bands so that you can put your remote controls so you don't lose them. You can put them back to back with a rubber band, right? So you have one for like the DVD player and one for the TV.
What about a soap mold?
I feel like this is a gift. This is a gift list for things that I could buy her, because this would simplify her life.
Oh, those things actually would?
Oh yeah.
Also,
no,
I feel like
Josh
a door.
He needs one of those tennis balls that hangs from the garage, so he knows exactly how far to pull in.
Yeah.
I actually, you joke about that, but I actually
You have one.
I actually said that to Marianne earlier today because I get too close to the stairs.
I got you. I think I have one that I got at a family party. It's the lasers, and the lasers point down into your dash if you've gone too far.
Lasers? Ooh, that's more high tech.
Ooh, that's high tech.
It's just spoken like a true elderly person. But also, Josh, I think you should get one of those bathtubs with a door, right? And the handle on the side, and you can walk right into the shower so you don't slip, because I'm a little worried about you.
We need to get him one of those non-slip mats, you know, the bubbly ones with like the suction cups on the bottom.
Ken, I am younger than you.
Listen,
Granted,
you
by
guys,
like, what,
based on
2
this
months?
show, I'm clearly aging better. I'm just going to put it right out there. And I would say that, like, you know, like companionship brings youth, but guys, I'm a little worried about you.
Just watch when I outlive you.
I can't wait until you find that second half, Kent, because you're probably going to age 30 years overnight.
Okay, that sounds like a curse.
Look, you're talking about Kent Dunn, who discovered Tums on an episode of Bacon Sal.
Wait, what? You have to remember, I did miss like about 2.5 years.
Literally in the dark ages, we did an episode about best or most underrated over-the-counter drugs, and Tums came up, and I was like, wait, I know Tums. And they're like, yeah, no, Tums. Every time my tummy gets a bit hurt, you know, and I'm out to eat, like I take Tums and I feel better. And I'm like, wait, you're saying I could have done this on dates all along? If I got the little like tummy rumbles, I could have been like, some chewable Tums, and then my tummy rumbles would go down just a little bit so that my date wouldn't go, oh, are you still hungry? And I'd be like, yeah, I'm still hungry. Not the fact.
What's that, Elliot? What's that, Elliot? And that's how Kent accidentally got into a relationship.
So I love you.
Morning person.
No, I'm hungry. And no, I have gas. I just straight up have gas. So I actually keep Tums in the car, at home, by the couch, just in case.
I have some within reach right now.
So I didn't
have
know
some
people just
in my dash.
We're totally fine with this.
And next to the bed.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is totally normal. Like, we need to get you like the keychain Tums.
There's keychain Tums?
Yeah, there's like a little bottle that has like 2 or 3 Tums in it that you keep on your keychain.
Emergency Tums.
Do you have a preferred flavor?
I like the ones that are like chewy sprees.
Yeah, the chewy
tropical.
bowls.
Yeah, I don't know what flavors they are other than like a little bit acidic.
No, but they're like and there are the ones that have like the hard shell that are like chewy. Yeah.
I just have to be careful not to eat them like candy, because sometimes I'll sit there and I'm like, I think I just ate half a bottle. And then Marianne thinks I'm going to overdose, and I'm like, I have to remind her.
We're talking holidays, and you talked about Christmas, so I got to bring it back to the actual holiday of the month, because I love Halloween. And this is just a message for everyone that is a patron or needs to become a patron, because we do so far. We're gonna try this again. It's our second annual 10 Nights of Frights, and last year went pretty well. We put out between the three of us, we put out 10 scary stories, read them, threw them out there for the patrons, and I feel like it was received pretty well, hopefully. And
yeah, I do too.
There's still a little bit of work to do, but we know the month is like basically over because the way time works, but we are going to be putting out another 10 Nights of Frights. and they're fun to make and they're fun to listen to. And hopefully, maybe we'll even share some with everyone out there, just so you can get a little taste of what it is. But so far, it's been a fun tradition.
Yeah, in fact, the last week in October, we're not going to have a regular show, I should say, because it's the 30th. And so, we do have the technology to do a live show if we wanted to.
We could live stream a few of these.
Yeah, we could. That actually would be kind of fun. But what we're going to do is we're going to release all of the stories from last year that we did on
last
Okay,
year.
good. What a
So
segment.
patrons get the new ones.
Okay, good.
Yep.
Yeah, because they're fun. And listen, our readings may not be great, but the stories are fun.
Yes. So, yeah, and if you want to listen to those all of those stories are going to be available. We want to make this fun for everybody, so they're available for every tier, every paid tier. So, friends of the show, more than friends of the show, and friends with benefits all get that.
Love it.
All get those
Okay,
stories.
cool.
Even our corporate overlords.
Yes.
So
it'd be a lot of fun.
Well, here's a little taste of what some of those could be, because I think we have a voicemail from a fan of Days Bygone.
David.
Ooh, perfect.
Hey guys, it's David. Anyway, so I used to work at the Reston Hotel over on 5300 South, just west of I-15, and that place is haunted for sure. I worked the graveyard shift, and 2 different times I'm sure I saw ghosts, or at least that's what it had to have been, I think. One went right past the front desk while I was doing the audit, and I looked up and there was no one there. Looked down the hallway, there was no one there, but I saw something. Then another time, I was out closing the pool up for the night, and there was a definite apparition or ghost over by the jacuzzi. It was very interesting, and when I said, hello, what are you doing in here? It just vanished. It was really cool. Anyway, and Josh, for that bag of hair you were talking about, I have a great idea. You could just gift it to me or donate it to me, and I can just make a beautiful toupee out of it, and then I can cover my fat bald head. It'd be perfect. Thank you. Anyway, love your show. Bye.
I mean, he should make the wig, but it should be for Josh's chest.
Is that a Tooth throwback? Okay.
It does need some help.
Yeah.
David, I would love if you had more stories, and we want to hear more stories from everybody here. So make sure you call in. The voicemail number is 801-508-4989. So let us know, because I do love those kind of stories.
I know Glenn Berry has quite a few growing up in Massachusetts back east, and
Nice.
Eric Olszewski said he has a few as well.
Okay.
So we'll have to make sure they give us a call.
Yeah, and I should mention, because we didn't mention this before David's call, but if you want to listen to those 10 Nights of Fright, go to patreon.com/the other
That's
show.
the one.
So we got to sell ourselves better than this, guys. So,
Right.
You're right. You're right. Okay.
Anyway.
Completely shifting gear, because nothing, and I mean nothing, makes me feel more cozy on a fall night than a personal pan pizza and waxy nostalgic.
Huh?
Do you guys
Is
remember?
it just nostalgia that you're waxing?
Okay, go on.
Yep.
Oh, stop it.
You guys remember the lovely Book It program?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It's what taught me to read.
Yeah. It's why I am a size XXXXL.
Oh, wait, hold on. So my brain grew, but your tummy grew.
My waistline grew, and I was an avid reader.
Yes.
So this is coming into us from Food and Wine magazine.
Okay.
But guess what is coming back?
No way.
Oh, man, I'm going to be so well read.
On Tuesday, Pizza Hut announced the return of its Book It program, which is celebrating its 40th year. Which, by the way, speaking of feeling old,
You cannot say 40th year when you've been gone for 25.
it's 40th year of the Book It program, so it's been a while. It started in 1984.
Okay.
They are putting a little bit of a twist on it. So, with modern educational needs, offering digital reading logs and virtual classrooms to make it easier for schools and families to participate. The program is completely free. So, here's your information. If you want to join, you can join at bookitprogram.com. Now, here's one of the twists. All right. This is not just for students anymore.
Yes.
This is for children and adults alike if they would like to sign up for
Pizza!
the Book It program.
Can we eat it in a Pizza Hut restaurant with the buffet?
Well, yeah, they're coming back with those too. I don't understand how this can be profitable for Pizza Hut, Spencer.
Well, here's how it can be profitable for Pizza Hut. They do recognize that some people may have fudged the numbers a little bit with the original Book It program. So there are some rules. One, you do have to log in and you have to fill out your digital reading log for additional discounts and codes. But you can use the code BOOKIT40 at checkout online or on the app to redeem your free personal pan pizza with an $8 minimum purchase.
Okay. So they want you to spend some money to get something for free.
Yeah, and it is the nostalgic, like, I've got pictures here. It is a nostalgic, like, 4-slice personal pan pizza that you would get with, like, 3 slices of pepperoni.
So, for example...
You know what I want?
What?
Oh, I want a pitcher of root beer. That's what I'm nostalgic
that sounds so
for.
good.
Mm-hmm.
So Spencer, basically, it's like go with your parent, and your parent must buy a personal pizza for them, not a small one, but a regular one. And because you've read, you will now get your own little pizza.
Yeah. Well, and look at the price of things this day. It's an $8 minimum purchase. That's like a drink for both of you.
That's true.
For you, Kent, you and your kids can get a Book It free personal pan pizza for you, both daughters, buy drinks, and that's $8.
Or a pitcher of root beer.
Or a pitcher of root beer.
I just want the Land Before Time toys. That's all. I just want the puppet.
Yeah,
Oh, I miss those toys.
The little hand
Do you-
puppets.
Those were the good old days when you could get toys with every meal.
So I do want to know if this is going to be good for Pizza Hut, because you look at things like Red Lobster, and they kind of started doing a ton of giveaways and the shrimp, and they went under, right? Not that I really care about if Pizza Hut does well or not, but I care about Book It, and I want it to do well.
You want it to do well, yeah.
Yeah.
I am sure they have some guarantees beyond the $8. Like, what can you really get for $8 at pizza aside from a couple drinks?
Yeah, nothing. Breadsticks and a drink.
Breadsticks and a
Right.
drink. At that point, you're making money off of this 4-slice pizza.
Yeah.
It's basically giving away sauced breadsticks because you're going to be buying a lot more than the value of the pizza you're getting for free, right? So it's a low risk. It's not endless shrimp where you're going to have people coming in and eating shrimp for hours on end.
Right.
This is a limited time. I don't know how long this is going. So just make sure you log in now. Start logging your reading hours so that we can enjoy our Book It pizzas together.
But here's the other thing, though. On the tiers of pizza, maybe this is a question for your other show, Kent.
Mhm.
But
They did this.
on the pizza tiers, though, where does Pizza Hut stand?
Back in
Because-
2017.
You really are pining for episode 503, aren't you?
Yeah, honestly. So, listen, it depends on who you ask. If you are going with me, Pizza Hut is kind of low.
Yeah.
Oh, no, it's the worst one.
It's so
I'd rather have
oily.
Little Caesars.
It is so oily.
But,
No, it's not.
but,
It's not just oily. It's spongy.
yes.
however,
Yeah, I was gonna say spongy is the other adjective I'd use.
Joel really likes Pizza Hut. I think he's still holding on to the greasy pizza love. Whereas I would never really choose to get it, but honestly, for those personal pan pizzas, it kind of makes me excited.
I would do it for the personal pan pizza.
Yeah.
Like just the nostalgia of, I don't know, sitting down on orange shag carpet with a wood panel TV and watching Land Before Time
Wait,
while eating it.
are you a 90s kid or are you a 60s kid?
Or are you trapped?
There
Are
was-
you trapped in someone's basement? Like,
Blink twice.
yeah.
If you need
there
help.
it goes. Okay, that was 4 times. That's 5. Okay, something's going on.
It's because they lotioned my eyelids.
No. Spencer, you just made my month with this news. Not only like
Isn't this the best
only
news?
as me,
This
but
is why I
like
saved it for last.
for my kids to be like kind of have that fun as well. Because I don't mind spending a little bit of money for myself if like it gives them a bonus, like a motive to read.
Yeah.
Although here's what I want. I don't just want it to be online. I want one of those. I want a pin.
Yes.
I want to be able to put stars on it.
Oh,
and I
yeah.
want to put it on my backpack.
Yeah.
I love that.
No, I hear
You know,
that.
it seems like that's kind of been the trend, at least for the past couple of years. Nostalgia has been a huge
Oh yeah.
pull, and a lot of big brands have been going back to their roots. I mean, even just this past week, Mountain Dew came out with this whole rebrand. Here in America, it was Mountain like MTN,
Mhm.
and
They switched to that during the height of texting.
Mhm.
T9 texting.
and now it's the full word again, and it's more of a retro like the nostalgia logo and everything, kind of going back to their roots. And I think you've seen that. I'm trying to think of other brands out there.
Well, it's owned by Pepsi, but PepsiCo did the same thing just before with the Pepsi lineup.
Yeah. When they redid the Pepsi logo again, because it used to look like, oh gosh, what's his name?
The Pringles guy.
Yeah, the Pringles guy or whatever. Yeah. I mean, it's just horrible. It feels like there's this whole trend with these
they know their market,
going back to their roots.
Yeah, the Gen Yers, they love the nostalgia.
Yeah. I mean, as an '80s kid, I get it.
Stop it.
You really honestly are more like a '60s kid, though.
Yeah,
let's be honest.
It's true, especially with the way the show has gone.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, it's way past my bedtime, Josh. Can you take us away?
Oh my gosh, did you just get the notification? Yeah, you did.
You've just listened to The Other Show, starring Kent Dunn, Josh Hansen, and Spencer Myers. The Other Show is produced by Kent Dunn, Josh Hansen, and Spencer Myers. Show design and audio editing is done by me, Josh Hansen, and sales manager is Spencer Myers. The Other Show is generously supported by our friends on Patreon. A huge thank you to our Friends with Benefits tier. These friends are contributing a minimum of $25 a month, which in return comes with some rather significant benefits, including the weekly off-the-cuff episodes of The Other Show, monthly bonus episodes, quarterly live Q&A shows, and exclusive swag and perks. A huge thank you to our favorite Brit, Jonathan Vaskar, the lovely and talented Mrs. Robinson, the one, the only Chris Anderson, Brandon from Popfly Cards, Lady Terry A. Finley, the proud Disney mom, Tanya Budge, the other Keith Brown, it's Rick, not Dick Smith, Dave, and of course, our newest friend with benefits, Melanie Milring. To support The Other Show on Patreon, visit patreon.com/The Other Show to join. Please rate, review, and subscribe to The Other Show on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, iHeartRadio, YouTube, or wherever podcasts are found. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and X. To better connect with us and other fans of The Other Show, join our Facebook group, The Other Group. For past episodes, links to our other shows, and to shop for show swag, visit our website at theother.show. And remember, when you're not listening to me here on The Other Show, you can hear me on my other show, The Party in the Back.
You can hear me on my other show, Bacon Cell.
And you can find me reading Hop on Pop to rack up those points.